Hello, welcome back to Tommy's Top Picks, Top 5 Comics for the week of May 25th, 2022. I'm Tommy, joined by Murphy.
Hello.
What's going on?
Not much. Just trying to make sure my computer keeps running.
Take two. So, we are giving away this King in Black #1 variant signed by Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. All you have to do to win it is live in the United States and put your top pick for the week in the comments down below. You can go back to our previous ones for previous weeks and put your top pick there. They all count as a entry in the raffle. When we hit 200 subscribers, we are going to be mailing this book to one person, and that could be you. There are not a lot of entries, so your chance is still high. So get to it. What else? Anything else before we hop in? I don't think so. Number 5. Teen Titans Academy number 15, Commencement Part 2. In the shadow of the new Teen Titans Tower, the students and faculty decide whether the school is the right place for them. It is the final issue of the series. We do not have a Teen Titans in the solicitations for the next couple of months. So, but now it's all out, so it could be a good pickup to then now you can read it from the beginning kind of a deal. It asks a lot of questions about how involved kids or how involved younger superheroes should be when it comes to the shenanigans that they get into.
Yeah, I definitely think this is going to be a good, binge it type of series. Because, I mean, it came out of all the future state stuff.
Right.
And I had my issues with some of it, but, some of it was also very good. So I think that in the grand scheme of things, it's going to be a good one to keep up with just to see where all the characters land.
Yeah. And it's written by Tim Sheridan, and the artist is Tom Denerick. Seems cool. I plan on binging it once it's all out on DC Universe, because I did not pick this up. But number 4, we have Devil's Reign Omega #1. Number 1, the end of the series. So this is another one that is the end of a story.
So this is going to be written and drawn by multiple people, since it's one of these Omegas with multiple stories. But the titles are called Fall and Rise, Mayor for Hire, and Cleaning House. So in the wake of one of the most visceral Marvel stories ever, New York City stands remade and reforged, if not in Wilson Fisk's image, then at the very least in his spirit. After a battle that nearly tore the city and its citizens apart, New York's superheroes have no choice but to try to adapt to the new and dangerous paradigm they find themselves operating under, with 8 million people turned against them. The shocking outcome to New York's mayoral race, the fate of Elektra as the woman without fear, and more exciting developments will emerge from the ashes of Kingpin's takeover. So this one's going to have huge implications going forward for the whole Marvel universe.
Yeah, because I mean,
the New York living ones.
Yeah, and it's asking the question, like the Teen Titans was asking, should kids be involved? This is asking, are superheroes above the law? Like, do they act on a different level?
Yeah.
Because
and,
in the Daredevil series, Daredevil goes to jail, but not as Matt Murdock, but actually Daredevil goes to jail. Like, he's tried in the mask.
Yeah, I mean, Devil's Reign in general got pretty wild with the arresting of superheroes, that's for sure.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading it. It's next on my list.
Interesting to see if Luke Cage wins as mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd assume it's going to set up Daredevil for the next while.
Yeah.
Do we know if Chip Zdarsky's still going to be doing it?
He said he was. Yeah, right? So he's going to continue writing this, writing Batman. He has all his independent books, like Stillwater and New Bern. Crushing it.
Yeah, kill him a game.
Number 3, we have Legion of X. So this is a new X-Men book. written by Simon Superior, art by Jan Bazaldua. Peace, Love, and Justice was Bazaluda?
Something like that.
My apologies. Peace, love, and justice to Krakoa. Krakoa has its laws, but does it have its justice? To remain a mutant sanctuary, Krakoa must safeguard itself against those who would damage its peace or traumatize its people. The lost must be found, and the wicked must face redemption or retribution. It's up to the ever soulful swashbuckler Nightcrawler to keep the spark alive, and Legion to host his unique team in the psychedelic mindscape called the Altar. With Pixie on point, Juggernaut as a one-man riot squad, and a host of X favorites on the beat, the Legion of X will do anything to protect mutants' rights, to pursue happiness and hope, kicking off with a hunt for a missing Arakai god and a skinjacker possessing innocent mutants. Read this issue and come meet weaponless Zen, or a Serata, and a villain worth praying for. The destiny of X bears its heart and soul right there. So, seems super cool.
Yeah, and I just like the way they've done Nightcrawler on Krakoa.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he
establishing the
like,
Church of Krakoa.
Yeah, he found his way, you know.
In the way of X.
Yeah. And I mean, it's also just shaken up all the characters. I mean, Onslaught taking over Xavier and Magneto, you know, and having to be defeated by, you know, Nightcrawler and his religion, basically. It'll definitely be interesting to see Juggernaut back on Krakoa now that he's not banned anymore.
I love the character. I think he's so cool.
Yeah, and that Infinity comic's pretty cool.
I need to read that. Is that something you can just read?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it takes place in the current
X-Men, yeah.
You know, canon. So you have to kind of know what's going on, but like,
yeah, I have a gist. I've read up until Sword of X. X of Swords.
X of Swords. Yeah, so it, you know, it follows Wolverine at one point, then Deadpool, then Juggernaut, you know, so it's definitely getting pretty interesting. Cool. I mean, all the X-Men books.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's not that I stopped from a lack of interest. It was more of a, ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's that? There's also just a ton of X books.
Yeah.
So it's hard to keep up with them all.
So many X books.
I honestly, so when I was catching up and reading everything, I did that thing that we suggested people do where you look up how to read, and it's like how to read the X-Men, and because there's so many issues, and sometimes you have to read like Excelsior before you read, or Excalibur before you read Wolverine, before you read Marauders, before you read, and so
most of the X-Men books have had like an overarching next issues thing.
Yeah.
Like showing where they're at in the whole timeline.
Right, which is wild.
I wasn't ready. You know, when I heard like Hickman was in charge
of the
X-Men universe and everything, I was like, oh, cool. And then he does 2 mini-series that go together at the same time. I'm like, cool, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, new
But
X-Men
that was only the beginning.
You know, like when they stopped the old X-Men title at issue like 19, I was like, oh no, it's gonna get crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
So then like the Hellfire Galas,
and the outfits from those things are awesome.
Oh yeah.
And that's gonna be like a yearly thing now, I think.
Is what I heard. Luckily this year it's just a one shot though.
Okay. It's not a whole event.
It's not like spanning all the X-Men comics.
That's good.
Yeah, because I have like 1 issue of each X-Men comic because of the Hellfire Gala.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like X-Corp issue 3. And I'm like, that's the only one I got.
After I catch up on Devil's Reign, I think I'm gonna switch back to catching up on X-Men.
That's a deep dive.
I know.
That is a deep dive.
I like the deep dives though.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
All right, so that'll take us to our number 2 for the week, which is going to be Amazing Spider-Man number 2.
Hey.
We're getting close to the 900. They want us to know on League of Comic Geeks.
We're getting
With
close.
that big legacy number. But the synopsis for this one reads, "The best couple in comics is done. You aren't going to believe what is happening in this volume of Amazing Spider-Man." So this one's written by Zeb Wells and art by John Romita Jr., as we have talked about.
Yep.
But I don't know. What's happening? Like, what's up with Mary Jane?
Here's your Gleason variants.
Oh, yeah, I have that one coming to round out all my my goblins. I had to round out my goblins.
You have to. But yeah, I feel like we should do another video on this one. I think it's fun on Spider-Man.
Yeah. I love that 1 in 25 variant.
That one? Wait, which one?
Yeah, the one with the goblin. The first one up there.
This one?
With Green Goblin. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Looks very anime.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just wondering when the Green Goblin's going to come back. They keep doing Green Goblin.
For just a second.
There's Green Goblin covers. There's all this stuff.
Yep.
But, like, Norman Osborn still doesn't have his sins back.
Nope.
So, like, I don't want Heroic Goblin or anything like that. Just if you're taking away Mary Jane from me, you got to give me back Evil Norman.
I don't think they are. I think this whole thing's a ploy.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be like an alternate reality he's living in.
Yeah, and then he wakes up and then issue 4 is actually the issue 1.
Yeah, right. I would be mad. I would be so mad.
But
like,
I don't know. There has to be something
for
up
this
though.
cover though.
Oh yeah, it's a great cover.
Yeah, I just love having John Romita Jr. back.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, his art is just so good. And then that Gleason webhead.
Oh, of course.
So I have like a stupid amount of these webhead variants now. Like for Spider-Man 1, I have.
I like how they do the
4. Yeah, so I have the Green Goblin, trade dress and virgin, Goblin Queen, trade dress and virgin, and then I'll have the Hobgoblin, trade dress and virgin.
Nice.
All over the last 2 issues.
Not to mention the other variants.
The other ones. But then also, what's happening with Mary Jane at the Hellfire?
Right, she's there. She's a mutant.
Is she a mutant or is
to be invited? Oh, you don't have to be a mutant to be invited to the Hellfire Gala.
No. But it seems like I don't know that one teaser you sent me says has some like weird robot looking thing calling itself Moira. Like, is that Moira?
Oh,
McTaggart?
Right. Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
I have no idea.
But maybe we might get some answers to this with the Hellfire Gala issue, which would be surprising.
Yeah, I mean,
obviously Mary Jane's going to be involved in the story between now and then. So.
And also, I mean, Spider-Man's actually invited to the Hellfire Gala this year. Whether it be Miles or Peter, we don't know.
Right.
I think it's Peter.
Yeah.
Just because, Mary Jane's going to be there.
Right. Sure. Of course.
Can't let he's going to go get her.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. We'll do a video on this one. Hopefully we'll find something we enjoy. Number 1 is Batman Fortress number 1, written by Gary Whitta, drawn by Derek Robertson. So you might know Gary Whitta. He wrote Rogue One, a Star Wars story. And Derek Robertson is the artist from The Boys, the new famous or big Amazon show. When an unknown alien ship enters Earth's atmosphere, disrupting global power and communications and plunging the planet into chaos, the world is left wondering, where is Superman when he is needed most? In the mysterious absence of the last son of Krypton, Batman must rally the rest of the Justice League to counter the alien threat. But first, he must quell a crime wave on the blacked out streets of Gotham. Gary Whitta and Derek Robertson join forces to turn everything you think you know about Superman upside down in DC's new comic book miniseries Batman Fortress, launching this May. So, one, I really like Gary Whitta. I loved Rogue One, a Star Wars story. So anything he does, I'm pretty excited to read. Plus, it's Batman. Plus, it's Justice League without Superman, which is always pretty interesting to me. Because it just adds another dynamic to it.
That last statement is a very confusing one.
What?
Turn everything you think you know about Superman upside down in Batman Fortress.
Right.
Like, is Superman, I don't know. What's
is he the alien threat?
Where's he at? Yeah, like, are we ever, aside from Injustice, like...
Well, I mean, I feel like this is a Superman story in disguise. Like a bad guy. Yeah. I feel like this is a Superman story in disguise, but...
Next, it'll be like Superman Solitude.
Yeah.
He's just hanging out.
Let's see if there's any hints. Not there. Nope. Well, it's not in the first 4 issues. There's a Lex Luthor team up.
There's always a Lex Luthor team up. You know it to be true.
Yeah, it is. It is.
He's always around.
This cover is pretty cool.
Yeah. Which one's that for? Is that number 1?
Yep. Yeah, it's the B cover. So it should just be like the $5.99 or $4.99.
Yeah. The what,
cardstock? I bet you that's what it is.
Yeah. But I mean, you always got me with the Batman. If it's got Batman in the title, I'll read it.
Fair.
Yeah. If it could possibly be Batman versus Superman, I'll read it.
If only everything could be as good as Batman v Superman.
Yeah, just like, I'll read it.
But yeah, I think it'll be fun. But yeah, that wraps us up for our top 5 of the week. I did have wanted to shout out Fox and Hare #1 by Vault Comics. Seems interesting. Probably going to be very low print run. Might be interesting and worthy of a pick out and try out, or just from a speculator market. Seems pretty cool. Cover looks badass. There's a bunch of cool variant covers. I really like the 1 in 10.
Oh, yeah, look at that thing.
Right. And then this one's very anime, very cool. But yeah, I mean, it's like a black market coder getting threatened and hires these mercenaries to support her, to keep her safe. Seems cool. Seems interesting. Didn't quite make it on our list, but wanted to shout it out. You may need to call your shop to see if they have one. Ask them to set one aside because they probably didn't order that many. So, but yeah. Anything else before we wrap up for the week?
No, that's it.
Sounds good. All right. Well, don't forget to leave your top pick for the week down below in the comments. And until next time, we'll catch you later.
See ya.